Hello, this Opinionmeter video is intended to discuss the latest release, version 4.5.6 of the TouchPoint mobile survey app. We're releasing this first week of July 2014, and we have several exciting new features. I thought I'd just do a nice quick video to show you how they function. So here I am in an account. I've opened up a survey question, which is the open-ended multi-line question type. I'm in the Create Survey Wizard step 1, where we define our questions. So now one of the features we've added it pertains to the open-ended question, where you can capture typed text as well as media, be it video, images, or sound recording, verbatim comments from your respondents. So let me start at the bottom here. We have now the ability to record text as well as capture media, whereas before you could do one or the other. In addition, you can record up to, and you can indicate a limit here, up to 5 images, 5 videos, etc. per question, whereas before you could only capture one media type. So you can do text as well as media and up to 5 of them. That's one enhancement we're introducing. With the media capture itself, we always had the ability to capture picture, video, and audio, but now we've added the gallery. So you can actually choose any media from your camera roll or gallery resident on the device and include it in your survey, as well as taking a new picture or a new video. And with the required response, now we've added a third option, text and multimedia. Let's say you wanted to require your respondents to not only type in a textual comment, but also record a media as well, whether it's video or audio or images. So you can select that if you wish. Let me jump to the optional step 4, optional features here, because there's a few features we've added here as well. Review and edit saved responses. This is pretty exciting. Now you have the ability on the device itself to review, and if you're in local mode, edit completed surveys on the device. When you're in persistent mode, which is the default mode, all the data gets uploaded from the device to the web server, our survey manager, in real time. In that case, you'll only be able to view the data because you can't change the data since it's already been uploaded, but you can view. Whereas if you're in local mode and the data is still resident on the device, you can even edit it before uploading. So that's a nice feature to know. And also manage location services. Now you can use, in addition to multiple locations to select before you start the survey, you can also use a feature that leverages GPS and mapping on the device itself. Let's say you may have some ad hoc or spontaneous locations you can't predict ahead of time. You can then touch a button on our device called Find Locations Around Me, and it'll bring up a map, and it will indicate different points of interest, restaurants, etc. And you can just tap on them, and it will capture that location for you. So enough of the explanation. Why don't I jump into the device itself. Now, what I've done is I'm emulating my actual iPad. This is my actual iPad in my hand, and why don't I just take a survey and show you what I've been trying to describe. So select your location. We've always had this feature. So you can load in as many locations as you want ahead of time and program your device. But that's very useful, but only if you know for sure which locations you're going to need. So let me go back. And instead, let's say I want to find locations around me. I can tap that and it'll bring up a map. You can indicate the radius. Default is by a mile. See here we have a mile, but you can indicate the radius, and that's the zoom factor of how big this will zoom on your actual device, iPhone, iPad, Android, Windows 8, whichever platform you're using. And you'll notice here, right here, there's a red icon with a fork and a knife, and that indicates obviously a restaurant. So if I select that, it indicates what restaurant that is. Let's say scroll over, there's 2 over here. I'm going to tap that one. Boulevard Burgers. Let's say that's my location. I click Save. Now that automatically records and inputs that location into your system. So that's a nice new feature. Now I'm on question 1 of 3. I just created a very short survey for this demonstration purposes. So now I can either tap in the field and put in text, as well as capture any media, video, images, sound recording. And as you can see, I now have the option of choosing from my gallery, right? And I can go into my gallery. There's a nice picture of a keyboard. And we've also added that little red X you see here that you can delete. So let's say I don't like that. I want to instead take a picture. I can select camera, and then I can, let me take a picture of a nice pizza since we're talking about food. There we go. Grab that. There it is. And I can take up to 5, but you can limit. You can say you can only take up to 2. And I showed you where that is in the Survey Manager. So let's go ahead and select Next. This is a matrix multiple choice single response question, and I just wanted to show you that we've added alternating shading for the rows. So that's really all I wanted to show you there. Also, we have added in the skin control, customized skin feature, the ability to change not only your button colors, your font, your logo, everything, but also the select. When I select, it's this baby blue color, which has always been default for us. Now you can control that as well as the unselected color, which is the orange in this case. So that's also. This is a matrix open-ended question. Before, we used to have like name that's appearing in the field. Now it used to be above. Email would be above, telephone would be above, and that was spreading out these fields, and especially for small screen devices like phones, that was creating some space restrictions. So we've embedded the response labels within the field to conserve vertical space. And so obviously if I type in my first name, it overrides that, and et cetera, et cetera. So I'm going to click Done just to advance quickly, submit, and now you'll see a new feature. And this is the review edit saved feature that I discussed. It will automatically by default just increment up. I already have one survey saved on this device, so it put in survey response 2. But you can back that out, delete it, and put in whatever name you want. But let's say I'm going to go with the default. I'd click Enter. It's saving that. It is uploading it. That's already been uploaded to the server because I'm in persistent mode. But if I did want to view previously created and stored surveys, I can now click View Response right down here on the tab bar. And I can go and view, and you'll see it indicates view because the data has already been uploaded to the server. But if you're in local mode and the device is not in real-time uploading data, this will have a view edit. So you can actually edit the surveys on the device. So let's go and review what survey, and this is the survey I just took, and you notice I can't delete this picture because that red X isn't there because we're view only. But I could if it were an edit. So I can go and just review, and I can go back, etc., and go through the survey. So that covers the main features that we're introducing in our release that actually should be available today on the App Store. And let me reduce this. So that really covers what I wanted to talk about, and thank you very much for your time.